Welcome back to another lesson of Microsoft Excel. In this lesson, we are going to learn about three different functions. They are switch, cell, and row function. Well, all of them are individual ones, but you can also mix it up. But as we don't want any advanced lessons, so we're going to stay with the essentials and also all the basics. So the first thing we have is this switch. Okay, now how did I get this? You can see this formula over here, but we're gonna get it back again. So I'm gonna do is remove it, and I'm gonna do is delete this part. Now we have this 1, 2, 3, and 2, 1, 3. Okay, even though there are 6 numbers, but the range is from 1 to 3, right? So what we're gonna do over here is use the switch function. Now how are you gonna use the switch function? Whenever you're using a function or a formula, first off type in equal, and then type in switch. TCH. You can type in or click on tab to open up the parentheses. Or you can also open up parentheses by opening or adding in an open bracket. Now you're going to do is click on the expression where you have the specific number. So I'm going to do is use this. Then I'm going to put in is a comma. Now what we're going to do is put in the values. So the values are going to put in different ways. So let's start off with the first value, which is 1, right? Now, when we are trying to put in our 1, what we're going to do is just type in 1 and then put in the result of that value. Put in a comma. Now, what type of result do you want, or what alphabet do you want as the result when the values are these, right? So first thing I'm going to do is going to be 1 is going to be our weekdays, right? So I'm going to do is type in that, click on it, open up the parentheses. I'm going to do is type in Sunday. Sunday. Close the quotation, put in a comma, and then put in your second value, which is value 2. Now, if it is 2, it's going to show me Monday. So I'm going to type in comma 2, put in a comma, and the result is going to be Monday, right? Double quotation, close it off, put in another comma, which is going to be our 3, as we have 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to put in 3, comma, double quotation, and Tuesday. Tuesday, double quotation, close it off, and after you're done, just hit on enter, and there we go. For 1, it is Sunday. Now, if I use the fill header, you will basically see, according to these numbers, it's going to give me the specific value. For 2, it's Monday, 3 is Tuesday, 2 is Monday, 1, 2, Sunday, and 3 is Tuesday back again. Now, what if we add in 4 over here? Hit on enter, and you can see NA error appears up. Now, you have to add in 4 over here, okay? So I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to do is type in, put in a comma after this, comma, and 4 is going to stand for Wednesday. After 4, put in another comma and double quotation, type in Wednesday. There we go. After that, hit on enter, press on yes, and there we go. And if it doesn't appear up, as we can see, there's an error. I put in double quotation, hit on enter. Okay. Now let's try using that. Use this over here. You can see it like this. You can see 4 is Tuesday. I'm going to do is put in double quotation over here. I'm going to close off one quotation here, and there we go. I'm going to do is use this over here, and you can see that 4 is for Wednesday. Let's try putting in 5, 6, and 7 too. Type in 5, 6, and 7. There we go. I'm going to put the same values over here. Wednesday, comma, 5 is going to be Thursday. I'm going to put in double quotation. Thursday, double quotation, close, put in a comma. 6 is going to be Friday. Friday, close it off. The last one is going to be 7. There we go. Double quotation and close it off. Hit on enter. And use all, or let's say use the fill header, and there we go. We have the name of each days, and the reference are these, which is from A1, or let's say A2 to A10. Okay, so now we know how we can use our switch function, our switch formula in Microsoft Excel. Now let's go off to our cell function, or how it works. So first off, you're going to type in equal and then type in cell. Tab. Now you have these all options. Now the cell function is basically to find out the value, or maybe even column, color, content, file name, format, parentheses, prefix, and all of those. So let's say I'm gonna do is find in the address. So I'm gonna click on or double click on it, address, put in a comma, and then find in the reference. Let's say I'm gonna click on this and it will give me W1. Close off the parentheses, hit on enter, and you can see W1. If we use the parentheses, you can see W2. And both of them are anchored. When I click on it, you can see it has been selected. When I select on the next one, double click on it, you can see W2. Now let's say I'm going to do is find out the content. Okay, I'm going to do is just remove them or type in equal cell. And let's say I want the column number this time, only the column number. Put in comma. I'm going to click on this, and this is K, right? Close the parentheses, hit enter, and there we go. We have 11. Let's try another one. Let's say instead of that, I'm going to do is put in a color over here. Let's say I'm going to click on red and yellow. Okay, hit on equal cell. Let's say I want the color, so I'm going to select this, and I'm going to do after color, you have to put in a comma, and then select the specific cell, hit on enter, and you can see 0. Okay, because that is the specific color or the code for it. Now, if we use something else, let's say I'm going to do select on it. What I'm going to do is click on this, select on this. You can see this is the specific cell and this is the specific value for it. Now let's use another one. Let's say I'm going to type in cell, and what if we want to find out the row or maybe the width? So hit on this, and you can see 8 is the width. I'm going to put in comma over here. Now let's say I'm going to get this, hit on enter, and you can see it is 11 and false. Why is it false? Because there are no value over here. If we type in any specific value, let's say I'm going to type in 1, you'll basically see that it might turn out to be true. Okay, close this off, hit on enter, and there we go. See, this is the specific value. So this is how the cell function works in Microsoft Excel. And the last one is going to be our row function. Well, the row function is also quite the same. I'm going to type in row, type in equal row, and you have to find out the reference. Let's say I'm going to click on this, and it will show me the 4th row, or let's say answer is going to be 4, because that is the 4th row. Let's type in another one, because this is like very simple. Equal row, and this one. Type in this, open the parentheses, and select this, close the parentheses, hit on enter, and you can see 9. So now you know how switch, cell, and row function works in Microsoft Excel. Hope you learned everything in this lesson, and now let's move on to our next lesson of Microsoft Excel, where we are going to learn about some simple logical functions.